Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. Briefing content. On December 11, 2024, The Washington Post reported on the experience of British journalist Anna Youssef interviewing Gillian Jones. During the interview, the two women encountered harassment and disruption from a man who interrupted the conversation. The man made some sexist remarks, making both feel unsafe. Despite this incident, the interview was ultimately completed successfully and became a news story that garnered attention. This event reflects the ongoing issue of harassment against women in society today. It also highlights the challenges faced by the media in reporting such incidents. Additionally, the article mentioned another news topic, the future of the TV series Yellowstone. Actor Cole Hauser shared a group photo from the last day of filming, sparking speculation and discussion among fans about the show's conclusion. Overall, the article covers multiple valuable information points, including social issues, media reporting, and the development of popular television series, providing readers with comprehensive insights. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. Briefing. The central position of the US dollar in the international monetary and financial system gives the United States a unique ability to monitor and restrict cross-border capital flows, leading to internal controversies. On one hand, US national security agencies want to maintain the dollar's dominance. On the other hand, the trade sector believes that the dollar's strength has led to deindustrialization in the US. This internal contradiction may negatively impact global financial stability. A strong dollar exacerbates repayment pressures on emerging markets, triggering capital outflows. Furthermore, if the US imposes tariffs against China, it will not only harm the Chinese economy but also adversely affect other countries that rely on Chinese exports and imports, particularly allies like Japan and Australia. Another point of concern is that dollar-pegged stablecoins based on cryptocurrencies could expand the dollar's influence while also transmitting the US financial cycle to other countries, exacerbating global financial instability. Ideally, a multipolar currency system should be established, but such a trend has not yet emerged. If US national security agencies hinder this process of multipolarization, it will pose a greater threat to global financial stability. Briefing. The Guardian, founded in 1821, is one of the oldest newspapers in the UK. After years of development, The Guardian faces new challenges in 2024. 1. A loss of £36.5 million in the first 9 months of 2023 raises concerns about its financial health. 2. During the Trump era, The Guardian was criticized as the most hated newspaper, facing pressure from conservatives. 3. To address future challenges, The Guardian has decided to sell its subsidiary, The Observer, to Tortoise Media to gain more resources and new momentum for development. This decision has the support of the Scott Trust, which will continue to hold a stake in The Observer and send representatives to the editorial and commercial committees to ensure the newspaper's independence and liberal values. Overall, this sale aims to enhance The Observer's digital capabilities, attract a younger readership, and reflect the Guardian Group's adjustments in its globalization strategy. Despite facing challenges during the process, the Scott Trust believes this will bring new development opportunities for The Observer, allowing it to continue playing an important role as a mainstream voice for liberalism in the UK. December 11, 2024 Briefing. Theme, time. Key information points. 1. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol announced and lifted the state of emergency, sparking widespread opposition and protests domestically. Although most members of his ruling party did not participate in the impeachment vote, some within the party have questioned his governance ability and even called for his resignation. 2. The New York Times exhibited serious imbalance in reporting 2 murder cases in Manhattan. One case involving a wealthy businessman received extensive coverage, while another case, potentially a hate crime, went unreported, raising questions. 3. Senior Washington Post reporter Emily Gold has resigned, marking the latest event in the recent turnover of the newspaper's executive team. The Washington Post is searching for a new permanent editor-in-chief, including former New York Times executive Clifford Levy. Summary. The article comprehensively reflects the complex situation in society today, from political turmoil in South Korea and imbalanced media reporting in New York to internal changes at the Washington Post. Whether it is the president announcing a state of emergency, journalists facing threats, or frequent departures of media executives, these events mirror the changes and challenges of the times. The article highlights the most valuable information points while providing a concise overview, achieving a balance of rich content and compact structure. December 11, 2024 Briefing 1. The UAE signed a trade agreement with the Eurasian Economic Union, including trade relations with countries like Russia. This may embarrass the diplomatic efforts of the UK Prime Minister following his visit to the UAE. 2. A Russian court imposed a staggering fine on Google, amounting to 2 followed by 36 zeros, which is seen as highly symbolic. The court has ordered Google to restore banned Russian media accounts within 9 months. 3. The UK government plans to introduce new legislation allowing the Ministry of Justice to bypass local governments and directly submit applications to planning inspection agencies for building prisons in greenbelt areas, which may provoke opposition. It also plans to ease restrictions on constructing data centers in greenbelt areas. 4. At the Justin Rose Jr. Telecommunication Championship, 17-year-old golfer Grace Crawford achieved an outstanding score of 68, leading by 2 strokes. She has shown golfing talent from a young age and has set multiple records. 5. In the Zamzam refugee camp in Sudan, due to severe food shortages, local residents have been forced to consume a paste made from peanut shells called ambaz to fill their stomachs, with some even resorting to eating grass to survive. It is estimated that earlier this year, a child died of hunger every 2 hours. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. Briefing content. 1. Mexican chef Karina Garcia opened the restaurant Cocina Consuelo in New York, which quickly became one of the most acclaimed restaurants in the city within just 4 months. Her dishes blend traditional Mexican flavors and have received praise from several renowned media outlets. 2. The inception of Cocina Consuelo stemmed from small dinners hosted by Karina and her husband Lalo during the pandemic, which gradually evolved into a physical restaurant. They aim to create a home-like atmosphere in the restaurant and invite guests to participate. 3. Renowned economist Paul Krugman is set to conclude his nearly 25-year column in the New York Times. In his farewell article, he expressed concerns about the current societal anger and distrust, but remains hopeful for the future. 4. Veteran Spanish-language news anchor Jorge Ramos is nearing retirement, emphasizing that in today's era filled with misinformation and manipulation, journalists must maintain credibility, akin to trusted weather forecasters. He has adhered to this principle by asking pointed questions during interviews to uphold journalistic independence. 5. Ramos is worried that the violent situation in Mexico will continue to worsen and calls for action from the current president. He believes that a second term for Trump would pose dangers to Mexico and the world. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. Briefing. The Value and Significance of the Best Products in Germany Award. With the proliferation of online reviews, consumers are increasingly skeptical about their credibility. Over half of consumers believe that more than 50% of online reviews are fake. To help consumers make more informed purchasing decisions, the Süddeutsche Zeitung has launched the Best Products in Germany award. This award is judged by real consumers and is jointly organized by the SC Institute and the market research company Ineffect, ensuring high credibility and independence. It provides consumers with a reliable quality standard, covering a wide range of products from facial masks to children's backpacks and home gardening fertilizers. Starting from the 2023-24 fiscal year, product ratings will adopt a school grading system from 1 to 6, with 1 being very good and 6 being unsatisfactory, making it more intuitive and understandable. Additionally, the article introduces several award-winning products, such as brushless motor impact drills, multifunctional baby strollers, and amphibious RVs, showcasing their outstanding performance. Finally, the article details how readers can safely provide tips and information to the Süddeutsche Zeitung's investigative team through secure drop, encrypted emails, and encrypted communication software, ensuring the anonymity and security of information sources. Overall, this article comprehensively introduces the value and significance of the Best Products in Germany award and provides various secure channels for information reporting, building a bridge of trust between consumers and journalists. December 11, 2024 briefing. Main content. 1. Peking University has officially launched the Global University Affiliated Think Tank Network, aiming to promote communication among global academic institutions. Experts emphasize that cultivating global talent is increasingly important in the 21st century competition. 2. Lu Wei, Deputy Director of the Policy Planning Department of the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, stated that this meeting provides a platform for discussing global development, security, and civilization initiatives. The meeting also introduced the Planetary Health Access System project from Peking University's Global Health and Development Research Institute, as well as the Global Humanities Exchange Index from the Global Cooperation and Understanding Research Institute. 3. In November, China's exports grew by 6.7% year-on-year, lower than expected. Archaeologists discovered silk fabrics dating back 3,000 years at the Sangsingdui site, believed to have been used in rituals for communication between heaven and earth. 4. The Chinese Cyberspace Administration announced that it has recently dealt with a number of online accounts engaged in illegal financial activities, urging the public to raise risk awareness and avoid participating in high-yield, low-risk illegal activities. 5. The Shanghai Jiaotong University Advanced Institute of Finance held the 2024 International Youth Leaders Finance Summit, attracting over 200 students from globally renowned universities. The summit aims to create a learning platform to promote the practical application of theory. 6. The youth employment situation in China is severe, with the unemployment rate for the 16 to 24 age group exceeding 17% in the third quarter of 2024. Experts point out that besides the influx of new graduates, the harsh working environment is also a significant reason for the high youth unemployment rate. Some young people choose to lie flat or resign without plans, seeking a slower-paced life. Overall, this briefing covers the latest developments in various fields, including academic exchanges, economic data, cultural heritage, internet regulation, financial education, and youth employment, providing both a macro perspective and highlighting specific information points, striving for rich content, prominent focus, and concise language. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script. The following is a briefing summarizing the content of multiple articles provided. December 11, 2024 briefing. Theme: highlights from the Globe and Mail. 1. Ontario is gradually phasing out the old Motor Vehicle Inspection Station (MVIS) program in favor of a new digital initiative called DriveON. This transformation aims to enhance the efficiency and transparency of vehicle safety inspections. 2. The DriveON system utilizes Android tablets for inspections, allowing real-time uploading of inspection data and photos to the provincial government. This not only increases the objectivity of inspections, but may also allow government auditors to monitor remotely. 3. Despite a certain learning curve with the new system, it is generally running smoothly. Inspection times may slightly increase, and costs may rise, but it helps eliminate past issues such as irregular inspections and fraudulent activities. 4. The federal government's Indigenous Procurement Initiative, PSIB, has vulnerabilities, as some non-Indigenous companies have obtained government contracts through joint ventures with Indigenous businesses. A former auditor pointed out that he discovered a nursing company exploiting this loophole to secure a contract worth 160 million Canadian dollars, but the government has not taken further action. 5. In response to this issue, the federal government stated it would conduct an external audit and called for further investigation. Overall, these reports reflect the Canadian government's efforts to promote vehicle safety inspections and Indigenous business development policies, while also exposing some institutional loopholes and execution issues that warrant further attention and improvement. December 11, 2024 briefing. Theme: Australia. Key information. 1. From October 20 to 24, 2024, the Australasian Radiation Protection Society, ARPS, held its annual meeting at the Pacific Bay Resort in Coffs Harbour, New South Wales. The theme of the meeting was radiation protection from bananas to ships. 2. Dr. Gillian Hurst, CEO of the Australian Radiation Protection and Nuclear Safety Agency, ARPANSA, delivered a keynote speech discussing radiation protection management in a rapidly changing environment. The meeting covered topics such as medical radiation, environmental monitoring, non-ionizing radiation, and regulatory frameworks. 3. The last day featured an international radon seminar discussing the latest research and regulatory approaches. The meeting also included an exhibition area showcasing radiation detection equipment, nuclear science organizations, and radiation safety service providers. 4. The conference included social activities such as a welcome reception, gala dinner, and networking opportunities for attendees. At the end of the meeting, awards for contributions to radiation protection were presented. 5. Additionally, the entry list for the Australian Open was announced, featuring players like Nick Kyrgios, who has reached the Wimbledon finals, and Belinda Bencic, the gold medalist from the Tokyo Olympics. Summary: this year's ARPS annual meeting focused on the latest advancements and challenges in radiation protection across multiple fields, including medical, environmental, and regulatory aspects, and hosted an international radon seminar. The meeting also featured an exhibition area and social events, recognizing outstanding contributions to radiation protection. Meanwhile, the entry list for the Australian Open was also announced, including the return of some well-known players. The following is a briefing summarizing the content of multiple articles provided. Singapore Hospital Power Outage Incident and Thailand National Park Wild Elephant Attack Incident. 1. Singapore's Parkview East Hospital experienced a power outage from 9:10 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. on December 11, 2024, lasting about 1 hour. The hospital immediately activated backup power to ensure critical equipment continued to operate. A selective surgery in progress was paused, while other ongoing surgeries were successfully completed with backup power support. Other selective surgeries scheduled for that day were either rescheduled or transferred to sister hospitals to ensure patient safety. The hospital apologized to patients and stated it was working with the power company to investigate the cause of the outage. 2. In Thailand's Phra National Park, a 49-year-old female tourist was killed in an elephant attack on December 10, 2024. The incident occurred on a trail leading from the campsite to a waterfall, which is part of the elephant's foraging area, and warning signs had been set up by the park. To ensure visitor safety, the park has temporarily closed several trails commonly frequented by wildlife. This is the first incident of a tourist being attacked by an elephant on a trail in the park. In summary, this briefing focuses on the two major incidents of the Singapore hospital power outage and the wild elephant attack in Thailand's national park, highlighting key information while providing a concise overview of the article content, aiming for a rich information volume and succinct expression. Briefing content. 1. The ruling party in India, BJP, accused the Congress Party of having deep-rooted ties with American billionaire George Soros, extending beyond Sonia Gandhi's role as co-chair of the Asia-Pacific Democracy Leaders Forum, FDLAP. BJP claims that the Gandhi family may have compromised India's strategic interests for their financial and corporate benefits, as well as those associated with a deep state. 2. Coca-Cola announced the sale of 40% of its Indian bottling business, Hindustan Coca-Cola Beverages Private Limited, HCCBL, to the Jubilant Barsha Group for approximately 10,000 crore rupees. Coca-Cola is divesting its bottling operations globally as part of a light asset strategy. 3. Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman emphasized that business considerations should align with economic and national priorities and strategic needs. She urged businesses to readjust and reset based on experiences from the past decade and ensure a broadly distributed supply chain to avoid disruptions from geopolitical risks. 4. Sitharaman stated that the global priorities for this decade should focus on restoring normalcy. The benefits of economic success can only be properly disseminated through technology, such as India's digital public infrastructure, DPI, Open Network for Digital Commerce, ONDC, and Agricultural Technology Stacks. Overall, these articles cover important information across multiple levels of Indian politics, economy, and diplomacy, highlighting the challenges and policy directions currently faced by India, providing readers with a comprehensive understanding. Insufficient relevant content to generate a news report script.